Hi, this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there. Hi everyone, this is Phil. What you're about to hear is parts of a Batman The Long Halloween special that Lilith, Tyler, and I did back in 2016. For those of you who don't know, Batman The Long Halloween took place it was 13 issues. It took place from one Halloween to the next, and each issue every month was a different month. So there was basically a year-long special we did. We decided to dust it off and get it out to you this year as a Halloween, all October Halloween special. So we condensed the 13 episodes down to 5 weeks. So yeah, you'll hear 2 to 3 parts depending on the week all month. So what you're about to hear took place over the span of a year, so you'll hear it all this month in October as another Batman special. So you'll get your regular We Are the Night, the Batman podcast, and you'll get a Batman special all month. You're welcome, Ray. Alright, so sit back, relax, and let's get to some Batman The Long Halloween. Hello everyone, and welcome to the newest edition of Batman The Long Halloween. We're talking issue 11, and when I say we, I mean me and Tyler.
Yep, that's right. I'm back.
Yes, that's right. Lilith is out of town. She is at the wedding of Before the Bat co-host Kelly, soon to not be Marzia.
Yeah, that's why she'll forever just be known as Kelly.
But I usually have I'm trying to have some kind of funny line for the holiday, but this really is a made-up holiday because August really doesn't have a holiday, so they did Carmine the Roman Falcone's birthday.
Hey, it works. It was a smart move. They're like, what happens in August? Let's do a birthday? Sounds good.
Mm-hmm. So they do the big crime boss's birthday. But this is actually a big issue, though. I didn't even realize till I reread this. This is the issue where Harvey Dent gets the acid thrown in his face.
Yep. And I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, when does this? I know this is happening soon. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh. I'm like, this is it.
So, like, maybe it's good that it wasn't an actual holiday, because that monumentous event in Batman history isn't, like, overshadowed by, like, oh, it's St. Patrick's Day, or it's Mother's Day.
Yeah, Harvey got his face tore up on Mother's Day. No, he didn't. That's what happened in this. You know what? Never mind.
Yeah, that's probably why they did it, so they can't say, yeah, it was on a holiday.
Yeah, it's cool, though. I liked it, because I was trying to remember when you were like, hey, don't forget, we're going to record August. I was like, okay, cool. And I was like, what happens in August? Yeah. So it was a nice little refresher.
Mm-hmm. And then this is issue 11, so, like, you get that scene of Batman in the bar interrogating the Riddler, and he's, like, all desperate, because, it almost...
He went on way too long.
Yeah, well, this is the first year of Batman. I think that's why they did it. They said in the first year of Batman, so he's not quite as competent as a detective.
I forgot that part, but yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
It is during the first year, because it's like, this looks bad on my rep, people.
Yeah,
Batman.
Yeah, you couldn't do this later on in your career. They'd be like, okay, what? Batman can't figure this out for a whole year,
and they're like, no, he can't.
But there's a cool Yeah, when the bartender comes up, Batman, that's a cool thing. He, like, swings the baseball bat at Batman, and Batman catches the end of it.
So I reread this again this morning, because Solomon woke up real early, and he was just chilling in my arms. So I was like, okay, might as well refresh myself again. But that panel, like, there's some really great panels, and with this one, you have that, you said he's getting desperate, he's in the bar, he's looking for the Riddler. When you have that scene of him standing there in front of the Riddler,
yes,
just looking massive. Dent being confronted by his wife at the beginning.
Oh yeah, that was the big, is he Holiday? Is he Holiday? Look, his wife's getting nervous. Look, she found his quote-unquote gun, his evidence.
And she's like, since when do you bring evidence home with you? He's like, always. I don't know. I really like this one, I think, because it's not trying to stay, like, stuck on one holiday.
Mm-hmm. It's
just the birthday, because you have the courtroom scene going on at the same time as Carmine's birthday and the trial are going on at the same time. So it's one of those, where were you? I was here.
Oh yeah, that
my
was
birthday party.
Oh yeah, that was definitely his alibi. He's like, oh yeah, I had this big birthday party, everyone was there. I could have nothing to do with Dent's, attack. Well, he assumed it was going to be a murder, because I'm pretty sure he thought Dent was going to get killed, because, what did they say? I think Maroney said, yeah, that stuff will eat through cement, so they probably figured he was going to be dead. But he isn't. He's scarred, and then later on he escapes the hospital.
And
I just got it. I wonder if they did this intentionally or not.
What?
Harvey escapes the hospital, so you figure, maybe we're going to see Two-Face by the end of this. How many issues do we have left? 2.
Yeah. That's cool.
We get the birth of Two-Face. There's 2 issues left. Are we going to see?
That's pretty cool, actually.
Two-Faces in the last 2 issues, yes.
Alright, you got us, Jeff Lowe. Got us.
How many years later, and I finally figured that out?
And at least you are reading it like individual issues, and you don't think as much when you're reading it as like I am, the compiled graphic novel version.
Mm-hmm.
Solomon, he's running around here. My little Superboy, who's in love with Batman. He's like, Batman! I'm like, alright, son, it's cool. Yeah, Batman. It's alright. But
I swear I always comment on the ads, because I have, like, the original copies of these.
Oh my gosh. That's what's neat, is when you look back at some of, like, the old comics, like, this don't seem older than they're like, Game Genie. You're like, okay, never mind.
Basically, you could buy a there's a subscription page in here. You could buy a subscription for 1 year, 12 issues for $18.
Oh, that would be nice.
Yes, it would.
That would be really nice.
And you could, yes, you could buy a CD, Ultimate Hip Hop Party, 1998.
Oh, sweet! Because I was saying, when you pick up the graphic novels, sometimes they'll feel timeless. Like when they're, like this one, Killing Joke is just a book. It has more of a timeless feel.
Mm-hmm.
But
Alright. Here,
when you see those ads, you're like, okay, never mind.
This'll set the tone. Okay, there's a big page ad for a recent, quote-unquote, recent movie that's coming to pay-per-view. What movie is it?
Batman and Robin?
No, Mars Attacks.
Oh, jeez. The forgotten Tim Burton movie.
Although there are links to Batman, because they have, like, pictures of the stars at the top, and Jack Nicholson and Danny DeVito are on there.
Wow. Now the ads just feel like they're all ads for the DC shows.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, this was 1997, so if you were alive, remember where you were at in 1997. The back cover says October 1997.
Okay, October 97. Trying to get over the shame that was Batman and Robin, even though I bought it on VHS. And I enjoyed it because it was just fun for me and my brother, but I still knew it wasn't the best movie. But we made the best of it. We were getting over watching that atrocity known as Steel. Thinking Spawn was a good movie, and now looking back, like, it was okay.
Well, compared to Batman and Robin, it was. But
oh my god, compared to Batman and Robin, it was Oscar-worthy.
Shakespeare. But yeah, no, I remember going to see Batman and Robin with like friends and just like coming out of the theater, and they're probably all annoyed because I was just like, you know what's wrong with that movie? It was like the stupid 66 show.
That's the worst feeling, is when you see something that's almost good, and you're like, why can't they have just done this or this and fix this?
I just remember feeling shame because I was just like, you know, people are gonna hear I read comic books, and they're gonna be like, why? I saw that Batman movie. That wasn't any good. I just was like, no, it's like nothing even close.
You're like, yeah, that one wasn't good, but don't forget, we have the animated series.
Exactly.
I'm trying to think, what else? There was another comic book movie that year, I thought. I think that was it, just those 3.
97.
Superman Lives was canceled.
It was a dark time. Batman and Robin set the clock back, probably till...
Batman Begins?
Well, for DC, yeah, but I was going to say the next comic book movie was probably Blade.
Yeah, it was 98.
Was it 98?
Yeah. Everyone forgets about Blade.
Yeah, it was 98. Okay, yeah, because I remember who I was with. Okay. Yeah. But, I mean, even like half the public, you know, the people who didn't read comics really didn't even know Blade was a comic book movie.
That's why it came on at the very bottom. Marvel. They're like, oh, must be a production company. Yep.
Yeah, then 2000 you got X-Men.
And that was really where everyone says it kicked off. But we digress.
Yes.
So what was your favorite panel in this book?
That's what I was trying to decide. There's those two in the bar, but probably that one you mentioned of Batman standing in front of the Riddler.
I like that one, but the other one I really like is the one where it's Maroni throwing the acid in Dent's face.
Yeah.
It says here, it's just the hand and then the shock and look on his face. Because, like, in the panels before, he starts talking about an ulcer. Mm-hmm. And he's like, ulcer? What?
And you just see the acid hanging in midair.
Yeah, and he's looking at like, oh no. And then the next... It's one of those, like, by itself is a great panel, but when you look in the context of what came right before it and right after it, you're like, oh, man. And I like how Batman wasn't there in costume. He was there as probably matches Milan. Just some street guy. You know, unlike in Batman Forever, where you have that scene of Batman trying to jump through the crowd and save Harvey, and he's in full-on costume. In the middle of the day.
Okay, I got a question. At the end of this issue, Carla Vidi, the Roman's sister, gets killed by Holiday, and I'm always trying to see what, like, you know, Holiday themed thing Holiday puts next to the body. And if you look at the last page, I see the gun, I see the bullets, but can you tell what that is sitting next to the gun and the bullets?
I'm looking.
It's pretty small.
It's like referenced in the corners recorded. I can't tell.
Yeah, it's really tiny. I was like, what is that? Like a cupcake or something?
That's what I wonder, like if it was something like that. Like happy birthday candles, but it's a weird shape.
I can't remember because I haven't reread the next issue yet, so maybe unless they reference it, but I don't think they do.
No, I don't think they do either. You know what's awesome? Is if Holiday ended up being nobody. It was a figment of their imagination.
You always wonder, like, in these mystery stories, I mean, yeah, you get that payoff, it's somebody you've seen, but it's just like they unmask him and it's somebody you've never seen before.
Or, no, what really would be sweet, this is not spoilers, it's just us throwing out our theories that aren't true. But, is if every Holiday act of murder was committed by somebody different. That's why they had trouble with, like, pinning it all down. It's just each one was somebody different. Because, like, someone killed real quick, and then they were like, you know what, that's a good idea, I'm gonna copy that. And somebody else did something. And somebody else did something.
Well, I know one of the big theories was that it was the Roman himself back in the day when this first came out. Because, you know, a lot of Moroni's guys got hit, and then the Roman sister gets killed, who, you know, he had disagreements with.
Which is a very solid theory.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. He's nodding his head. I think he agrees. He likes that too. We're about to bust out some Cheerios here in a minute.
Oh, Cheerios are great. Did you see, talking about going off topic, did you see, I guess, in the fall, I can't wait, but they're coming out with pumpkin spice Cheerios.
I know. And you don't know how much that means to people who live around here. Okay? Because Circleville here in Ohio has the giant pumpkin show every year. And there is pumpkin everything. I mean, even McDonald's starts giving their pumpkin shakes early, pumpkin spice latte. I mean, it's ridiculous. The pumpkin takes over.
It's kind of like that here, because even I know the last couple of years at least, Dunkin' Donuts has like pumpkin spice donuts. And
oh yeah, we get those from the local bakery here. It's delicious. Now I'm hungry for pumpkin donuts. Dang it, Phil.
Sorry.
That's all right. It's all right. But
so we're talking about pumpkin spice. Are we done with this issue? Did we cover this?
Yeah. I think like this one, like I said, I love this issue because it continues the holiday theme. You know, it utilizes Carmine's birthday, but it gives us the birth of Two-Face.
Yes.
It's almost like Carmine's birthday wish was for Dent to be taken care of.
Oh, yeah. That's definitely how they played that.
So, I am excited because, like you said, we have the birth of Two-Face and 2 issues left.
Alright. Well, then, let's get out of here. Tyler, where can people contact you for your sage wisdom on the DC Universe?
You can definitely find me online on Facebook and Twitter. I try to get everything synced up to @JTYPatrick. So that's my email, jtypatrick@gmail. Find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, and also over on the Krypton Report, which is being updated this week. Rob is updating some of the episodes we've done that just haven't been posted yet. Mm-hmm. So check that out. We're gearing up for Supergirl Season 2. A lot of cool stuff going on there. We need to talk about.
Legends of DC is coming. Our big, massive podcast where you'll hear about all the DC, CW shows, and maybe even more stuff. So,
I mean, technically, it's I say CW, but it's every DC show but Gotham.
Yeah, but we might even include that. We'll see.
It's just in its own little pocket universe.
Well, it's a kind of a different animal. You know, it's kind of set in the past.
Oh yeah.
And there are superpowers and.
Yet, I don't want it to tie into the rest of them because then you just want Batman. You're like, okay. But.
And then it's all like, oh, well, all these guys like Flash and Arrow and Supergirl are all older than Batman? Okay.
Yeah, and then you're like, wait a minute. They have more advanced technology? Unless the whole thing's like, now, Gotham, 7-10-year jump in the future.
Yeah.
But, it's all good. Let it be. Let it do its own thing. It's its own beast.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And if anyone has any questions, you want to discuss any DC or Marvel, or, like I said, discuss the upcoming Legends of DC podcast we're going to do, you can always email me, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am @nightwingpdp. And, well, if you're listening to this, you might be interested in Batman, so if you want to contact us at Before the Bat, that email is beforethebat@gmail.com. On Facebook, we're Before the Bat, the Gotham Podcast, and our Twitter is @BeforeTheBatPod. Alright, well, I think that's it. Thank you for joining us. Come back next month for, I guess Labor Day.
Yep. Good old Labor Day.
The last hurrah.
And that's
hurrah of summer. Yeah, probably the beginning of September.
And then I can't believe it's actually been a year since we started this.
I know.
And we have, here when we do the last issue. What if we pick a different one after this? Like,
we could do Dark Victory.
That's what I was thinking, like, cause it's basically a sequel.
Uh-huh.
And do like, cause these books are pretty epic. That'd be a good one to do, I think. And continue on. Because it's neat, to discuss and look at things. When you read a graphic novel collection, you don't break it down issue by issue. You just read a lot of times straight through. But when you have the ability to look at it as each segmented issue, sometimes there's more. Oh, I hear the Batman theme playing. That means Solomon is watching the Batman animated series.
Oh, they're calling you. Alright. Alright, everyone. Join us in September for the Labor Day edition of The Long Halloween. Till then, stay safe.
This episode of Before the Bat is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. To get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
Hey everyone, welcome to Before the Bat, and it's another holiday coming up. This time it's Labor Day, so it's time for another long Halloween. And guess what? It's been a while, but all three of us are here. It's me, Phil, it's Lilith.
Hey guys.
And Tyler.
Hey, let's do this, Phil.
Like I said, it's Labor
Lola.
Day. It's just like a weird holiday. Well, Labor Day. Everyone enjoys having a day off, but it's not like, you really don't have an emotional attachment like you do on like Christmas or Thanksgiving, or even people really enjoy Halloween.
It's a paid vacation day. What are you talking about?
Well, that's what I said. Yeah, you love having the paid day off, but
I always thought about it because when I lived in Virginia, like, it was always the time for back to school. Mm-hmm. It was always right around my brother's birthday, so that was pretty much Labor Day.
Although I guess
other than that, it was just another day off.
Labor Day is like a good...
And the banks aren't open.
That's right.
Which is called just another inconvenience.
But Labor Day is, I guess, probably the good holiday to do. Because, you don't have to focus on the holiday, but, they could start wrapping stuff up.
Definitely.
I just thought about how cool Holiday would be as a cosplay. Like, who are you? I'm Holiday. Who? Never mind.
Calendar Man.
Who are you supposed to be? The spirit? No. You have to walk around with a copy of the book with you. Like, I'm Holiday.
Stand in shadow the whole time.
But man, here we are, so close to the final.
I know, you can tell we're getting all this stuff because we get Solomon Grundy back.
I always thought he was a very interesting and weird character. Like, the whole poem thing, I just never quite completely got. So, anyways, he's just a very interesting character.
Yeah, he kind of fits into Batman's world, but I always think it's kind of weird.
Poor Harvey. Am I the only one that feels bad for him?
Oh, I feel bad for Harvey. I also feel bad for Jim Gordon and Batman. Like, their relationship is pulled really tight with this one. If you look. Like the panel where he's talking about, how long have you known? How long? And Batman just doesn't say anything.
Well, Batman's still in denial.
That's a great Batman answer.
Batman still doesn't want to believe it.
You got Carmine and Catwoman, and this issue is just kind of really building suspense. I feel like it was building up for the last one. When you have Batman show up at the Dent's residence looking for Harvey.
Mm-hmm. But, yeah, what does everybody think about Harvey's wife, Gilda? But no, I was saying, what did everybody think about Harvey's wife, Gilda? Is she, like, completely nuts now?
Yes, she is. She had one bad day, Phil.
How would you feel Batman just shows up at your house like, where's your husband?
I know, just like sneaking around in the basement.
Why are you looking for my husband? Batman.
Because I want to save him, of course. And I just love how the Calendar Man seems like all cocky still. He's just like,
Yeah, Harvey Dent, the Gemini. Meanwhile, Calendar Man in his head is going, oh crap, I didn't know it was Dent.
Calendar Man was just one of those people.
In this one, I thought was interesting. Like,
Well, it could have been neat if Calendar Man wasn't in Arkham, and they really did think it was him or something. But he's just chilling in his cell, spitting off random things.
Well, they wanted that doubt in your mind. Is it Calendar Man? Because he's striking on holidays. But yeah, that would have been too easy.
Calendar Man's just creepy.
No. Yeah, it's just like, okay, why you're obsessed with the calendar? Why?
Because his name's Julian Day. Named after the Julian calendar, so he's like, dang it, I must be Calendar Man.
That's just odd that, like, people, like, the writers, like, back in the day named people after, what they were going to be. It's like, okay, Dr. Octopus, call him Octavius, Otto Octavius.
That's not ominous.
No.
That just reinforces the power of the name. So when you have kids, you're like, okay, I can't name my kid this because
they're going to be evil.
Exactly. I hope he doesn't have a weird.
For you.
I hope he doesn't have a weird lab accident.
Yeah. Our last name is Freeze. Hopefully nothing bad happens with the cold temperature.
It's Frice.
Frice. Okay, Harvey.
His name might as well have been.
Oswald Penguin.
I mean, come on, Harleen Quinzel.
Yeah.
At least Waylon Jones has nothing to do with Crocodile that I can think of.
Or Oswald Cobblepot.
Jervis Tetch. His name might as well have been Tweedledee or something, I don't know. Lewis Carroll. His name should have been like Jervis Carroll or something.
It's not a manly enough name.
Yeah, it's not. Edward Nigma. There we go. Now we're back on track.
Enigma.
There we go.
After a while, they were like, "Are we serious?"
Was this issue confusing to anybody when they first read it?
A little bit. Because
it took me about 2 good times. I was just like, oh, okay.
Because it starts out, like, if we go back to the last issue, you have Harvey escapes. Then this one starts, he's in the sewer with Solomon Grundy. And then it's Jim and Bruce talking, and basically they both think it's Dent. Then it's, Batman with Falcone, and then Batman and Catwoman. And then Batman with his wife, with Dent's wife, then Batman with Julian. And then they're walking, what's-his-face, Maroney down. And then he gets shot. So, it's kind of like that last,
right before the final reveal kind of issue of aha.
Well, they're throwing a lot of clues at you. It's like, okay, the reveal was coming. So if you haven't figured it out yet, start putting a theory together. Yeah. No, when we get the next issue, I have questions about that. The ending of the final ending.
Yes.
That's going to be our 2-hour long episode. Because we'll be like, no, Phil, you're wrong. No, it's this.
Because, I think they leave that final ending kind of, ambiguous about who did what, but what about the reveal at the end of this issue?
It was kind of crazy.
Yeah. It's like, there's more issues, so, why did they tell me this?
Well, they had to explain why he's not dead.
It's kind of like, wait.
It's a comic book. Nobody stays dead. That's the answer.
Nobody stays dead except
Uncle Ben.
Nobody stays dead in the Arrow universe except for Black Canary. Am I too soon? I'm too soon. Okay.
No, because for all we know, it's going to be undone by Flashpoint. But you know what? We diverge.
Yep.
Time travel fixes everything or messes up everything. Either way you want to look at it, it's just a simple, good old reboot.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, guess what? We must be doing a good job with these episodes on Long Halloween, because we got Rob to read Long Halloween.
Nice.
Did we really?
Yeah, he said after he listened to a couple of these, he had to go and read the book. Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Anything that Jeff Loeb writes and Mark Waid, I'll read.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Doesn't matter DC or Marvel. If I see Jeff Loeb, like I was talking about last night, Spider-Man Blue, or Valentine. It's early. I'm trying to remember.
I think
Maybe that's
is it Blue?
it's Blue Valentine. I think.
Anyway, I was talking about that last night about how that could have been a really good story idea. But I love Globe's writing. I mean, later we get another mystery from him with Hush. So I mean,
yeah, his last miniseries for Marvel, I think it was Captain America White. I think.
yeah, he likes those colors.
Yeah, because
Yes.
there was Daredevil Yellow, Spider-Man Blue. Was it Hulk? Was it Gray?
I think so.
I think 'cause it was like set in the beginning of the Hulk. Yeah. And Captain, the last one was Captain America White, 'cause like me and Charlie were saying, you really couldn't do Captain America Red, so you would sound like a communist.
Yeah.
Oh no, not communism.
Yes, but it was set in World War II, so you really don't want to.
True, touche.
Anyway, back to Batman. What did everyone think about the big reveal at the end? That it was, spoiler alert, Alberto?
a little shocking,
I was like,
a little
ooh.
intriguing.
Makes you kind of want to flip back and recheck everything that you think you knew.
It kind of made sense to me because I was like, okay, so, we already know Harvey Dent becomes Two-Face. Do they want to tack on this holiday thing to him too? Kind of a retcon thing?
No, I didn't think that. That's why I said I was just confused. I didn't know what to make of it. I'm like, what?
I know. I was like, wait a minute. Let me go back check my other issues. Wasn't he dead? Didn't he get killed by Holiday?
Exactly.
Well, it was a double blind. Who's gonna look for
This was a really fascinating issue, though. I thought it was very well put together.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Some of them were kind of slow, but I mean, we basically got everybody who's been in this series in this issue.
Yeah, we did. I mean, Catwoman makes her appearance. Gordon.
Spying on Batman per usual. That's her thing.
Yes, but is she spying on Batman or is she spying on Falcone?
Dum dum dum.
Both. Let's make it both.
Well, he even says
Two birds, one stone.
He's always like, why are you always, around when I'm, why are you always around Falcone? Once again,
She wants what's his.
Well, like we were talking about a couple minutes ago, Lilith, daddy issues.
Yeah.
Why are all these
Spoiler.
What are all these female Why do all these female? No, not her, Catwoman. Why do all these female bad characters have daddy issues?
Almost every good guy has a daddy issue. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
In contemporary literature, I don't know why. Maybe everybody has a bad daddy relationship. I don't know.
Well, because it just seems like, yeah, most modern superheroes, if their parents didn't die before, they're like killing off the parents now. Because remember back in the day, Barry Allen had live parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Even in the TV show.
Oh yeah, it wasn't until Jeff Johns did Flash Rebirth that he killed off the parents. Well, that way he killed off his mom and had his mom murdered.
Yeah.
And then think about, like, with the New 52 Superman, Mom and Pa Kent were killed off at the very beginning.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't even exist.
In the whole thing.
Which is like one of the biggest missteps you can do with the Superman mythos. I think that relationship is the foundation, and it's a real treat when done right when he gets that time with his parents.
Correct.
Yeah, but I don't know if they were going with the classic thing because pre-Crisis, his parents died off like that. But then they didn't they brought him back after Crisis.
Yeah.
I said, but there was that time where you had both Martha and Jonathan. So.
Mm-hmm. But back to Batman. It's just like, it's not so much you can say about this issue because, like I said, the end of it left my head like, I'm like, okay, but this is issue 12. There's one more coming. So what's the twist? And I'm like reading it and I'm like, I don't know what the twist is going to be. So I was just like, okay, I have to wait. I'll have to wait this out.
Well, I figured it'd be like, okay, you're going to tell us why he's not dead and he faked his death so no one would come looking for him, or suspect him. But you know his motivation from issue 1. It's like he wants to please dad. Again, daddy issues.
Yes. This issue though, it's just like, I think this was my first run-in with Solomon Grundy. I think at this time.
Oh yeah.
And I was just like, that's like Tyler was saying, it's such an odd character in the poem. But like through this book, it's just like, why are we still? I mean, like it's like they just like to throw him in like randomly, no matter what book it is, what writer. They're like, "Ooh, let's do something quirky." Solomon Grundy.
It seemed pretty quirky because this was like probably my first or second, encounter with the character, and I was just like. Because back at this point in the late 90s, they weren't using Solomon Grundy a lot, so it was like it was kind of a weird choice because it's like, okay, here's this guy that hasn't been around a lot lately.
But I think it was about the poem is like about how a man can lead two lives, and so that was that whole foreshadowing thing or whatever.
It's just an odd choice because the rest of the series is so grounded in reality,
Mm-hmm.
And Solomon Grundy
and crime, noir, and all those things, and then you have basically a zombie.
and Solomon Grundy is like a supernatural thing. Yeah.
You're like, this is all believable. All right. Okay, nope, lost me.
And then that forewarning from from Calendar Man, I was just like, okay, ominous foreshadowing is foreshadowing.
What you mean when he says you have something Holiday wants?
Yeah. So I thought this was a solid issue. It's a must read. Like it's kind of hard to explain like why I like this issue, but when you read it, it's tight. It's tight and well put together.
Yeah, especially if you're reading, the whole book in one sitting. Yeah, it's that penultimate chapter. It's just here we go. We're at the top of the hill. The roller coaster's about to come down.
It was a long climb.
So did you guys have any favorite panels?
Oh,
my favorite panel of this one, okay, is when Batman is like holding Catwoman, like he grabs her hand, just because his cape looks sweet and it's just like swelling around her and around the building. There's a tie between that one and then when he's standing there in like the perspective of Julian Day's cell where he's like holding his cape, because it just shows how massive and like scary his cape can be.
Oh, I thought you were going to take mine, but you didn't. Mine is page 8, that second panel when he's just like standing on the railing of Falcone's balcony.
Ooh, okay.
With like the moon behind him. Yeah, it just looks very supernatural there.
Ominous, where it's just all you see is like the face and then the cape. You can't even see anything else.
You can barely see the face, but yeah.
Where's Dent?
Very intimidating.
Yeah, I think mine is the last page. I don't know, it's so simple and just very well done for me. I like simplicity, things that you can just like kind of make a poster. You don't need a lot of detail or just stands out and pops.
Yeah, it's
just because the
whole page is like black and white except for his purple glasses.
Mm-hmm.
And the use of a flashlight.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically your point of view.
So, fellas, what will we grade this?
I grade this one as a what? Plot twist? Yeah, what a twist. It's a Shyamalan page.
When Shyamalan was good. Let's just...
Well, it was 97, so yeah, probably. But no, I think this is an A for me.
I agree.
I'm not even going to argue any other way. Yeah. This is that really nice build to the final chapter.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. This is how you do a penultimate anything.
Yes. Give us some answers, but leave us wanting more.
Exactly.
All right. Well, is that it then?
Yes,
yep.
I believe so.
All right. Let's see. Well, this is before the bat, so I guess I'll give that info. Please, one more issue. So share your final thoughts with for Long Halloween with us. You can either email us beforethebat@gmail.com. On Twitter, we're at beforethebatpod. We have Facebook, Before the Bat Gotham Podcast. Or you can just email me directly, nightwingpdp@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at nightwingpdp. Like I said, one more issue. Share your thoughts. Hey, I know you're listening to this, Rob Southgate. You said you just read this for the first time, so share your thoughts with us, please.
Come on, El Presidente.
El Presidente.
That means the president.
That's right. All right, Lilith, where can people get a hold of you?
You guys can find me on Twitter at Lilith Hellfire, Tumblr, it's lilithhellfire.tumblr.com, and of course my website, lilithhellfire.com.
And Tyler?
You can find me on Twitter at JTYPatrick, on Facebook, the Krypton Report, and you can just pretty much just search at JTYPatrick and you'll find me.
All right, that's it. And like I said, come back next month. Well, yeah, come back next month. At the end of October, Halloween, we complete our journey 1 year later. Can you believe it's been a year already?
It's crazy.
But right now it's Labor Day, so go out and basically
enjoy your last barbecue.
I was gonna say, enjoy the end of your summer.
Enjoy your labors, the fruit of your labors.
Nice, funny business.
But until then, have a good night. Hey everyone, it's that time of year again. It's Halloween once more. You know what that means. It's another holiday, so it's time for the long Halloween. But this is a special long Halloween. This is the final episode because we're at the end of our year-long journey. And who's we? Well, me, Phil, Lilith.
Hey guys.
And Tyler.
Hey everyone.
Can't believe it's been a year already.
And we're all together.
Yes. This is the long Halloween. It has been a long year.
Yes, we're all back together like Batman, Gordon, and Dent.
We'll let the listeners decide who's who.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
You just see the emails pouring in now. Tyler's a Two-Face.
Thanks. Man, this is the conclusion of just an epic story, and there's just, I feel like when you read the story, you get more each time you read it, and you get to kind of draw your own conclusions, but still, wow, just, did you see that coming?
Yeah, that ending kind of confused me when I first read it, but I don't know if we should hold off on that, but I thought the interesting part of this was, Batman's rogues getting together, and of course it was like a big Harvey Dent story, but it was like, I think this is one of the only times we've seen kind of like Harvey playing the role of leader of Batman's enemies.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, it makes sense, he's a smart guy, but it's like...
He's always been kind of a lone wolf kind of thing.
And it's like, how do you get Joker to toe the line with that?
Convenient plot point, Phil.
Well, yeah, but it's just like, yeah, you get to kill a lot of people. Oh, okay. But yeah, beginning of this issue, Alberto gets unmasked as Holiday. Of course, yeah, right.
It was me, said Alberto. And speaking of all the rogues getting together, that's my favorite panel. Because I just love that shot of all of them standing there in Falcone's office. It's just intimidating.
Oh yeah, that 2-page spread, yeah. I like that page. I think it's page 23 with Harvey just sitting there and saying "My city" with the gun pointed at Falcone.
That is good. I mean, there's a lot of great panels.
Oh yeah.
Meanwhile, my favorite one is when James and Barbara visit Gilda, but whatever. Just nice simplicity, little worried look on her face, and it's just like, okay, it's coming.
But I mean, yeah, we just get a lot of splash pages and 2-page spreads. Like, what is that, page 25 when Batman comes out?
They went all out for the end of this one.
Oh yeah, this is it's a little bigger, like the first issue was.
Mm-hmm.
There's some great panels of Harvey. I mean, the few panels that are like black and white, but they look like they're smoke screened, are awesome of Batman. That one, I mean, the panel where he drops in from the roof,
Yes.
or from the ceiling with the bombs, he just looks amazingly huge.
Yeah, I like how they did the coloring when when the room's just filled with smoke. You got that whole, the grays and everything.
And you talk about simplistic. I like the one where it's outside Arkham Asylum with like the pumpkin on the spike.
Mm-hmm.
That's just a creepy, eerie, awesome panel.
And I also like how we finally call back to I Believe in Harvey Dent, because we got Gordon saying I believe in Gotham City, and then Batman tells himself I believe in Batman, which it gets me every time. I just chuckle so hard. I believe in Batman.
I believe in myself.
Well, you gotta believe in yourself to make it through.
Oh yeah. I don't know. I was just waiting this whole issue, and it never came for Catwoman to just come up to Falcone and be like, "You're my father."
God, can we just forget that? It's about as bad as Cyborg Superman being Supergirl's dad. Ugh. I hate it. I hate it.
I mean, in the comics, I think they've changed that after New 52, so I don't think he's her father, but who knows what Gotham's going to bring up.
Oh.
Hey, that means...
No, I mean, they come up with some twisted stuff, and I just shudder to think. Stabby Bab could be her mom for all we know. Anyway.
That would be awesome. That would be a twist.
But just Harvey settling debts with everyone, like he shoots Falcone, and then he goes to see Vernon at the office, who betrayed him, and takes his revenge on him.
Finally! He gets that sweet revenge on Vernon.
The final holiday killing.
The conversation that Gordon and Batman have with Two-Face on top of police headquarters at the end, where he says there were 2 holiday killers, and he's like, Dent's obsessed with the number 2. He killed 2 people tonight with a 22, so that makes him a holiday killer 2. And they just leave it at that because Alberto already confessed to all of these.
Dun dun dun. That was the dun 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 moment for me. How about you?
Yeah, but
then we kind of quietly end the issue, as she ends it. I believe in Harvey Dent. You're just like, wait, what?
But it
all right. Who wants to reveal the final pages?
I guess I will, because I had a problem with it because Batman never discovered this person. I don't think ever.
Or suspected.
Or maybe he did, and he just felt bad for Harvey.
Because there's a couple times in the book he says, "I was blind because I thought it was my friend Harvey Dent," or he says, "I was blind," or something like that. He's like, "It was my friend Harvey Dent. I accused him," and so I'm just saying,
after a year, the final reveal. I guess Gilda says, talking to herself, that she did the first couple killings, the first Halloween, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas, but then Alberto Falcone was shot on New Year's, so and Harvey came home with his hair wet, so Harvey picked up where she left off.
It's ironic. They did all that to have a baby, and they're not even together.
Yeah. So
it's like that story about the girl, the guy that sells something important to him to buy his wife those stupid combs she wants, and she cut her hair to buy him a Christmas present, kind of thing.
Yeah, but okay, so
the most twisted gift of the Magi, awesome.
But yeah, Alberto wasn't a psychopath and shot himself. Okay, good. He's just crazy and just confessed all these murders he didn't do to get Daddy's love. Okay.
Well, there's actual cases of stuff like that. So, I mean, especially in mafia stuff. So, I thought that was kind of interesting that they did that.
He wanted to get the respect that it came with and the fame. Like he talked about how, organized crime wasn't important in Gotham anymore, and his dad didn't recognize it. And Gotham had changed, and
He
it was showing him that.
It's just, I don't know. You confess to that many murders, you might not be around that long to enjoy it. I'm sure they're going to push for the death penalty.
There's no death penalty in Gotham. You get sent to Arkham, and that's it. And then you escape 50 million times, and we play cat and mouse with you. There's no Iron Heights prison in the set this time, apparently.
Yeah, Blackgate's not open yet. There's nothing for it.
Just a slap on the wrist.
Well, yeah. Well, basically, the only what do you want to say? Well, I was gonna say, I guess Poison Ivy's a metahuman, but Solomon Grundy. How do you get? Hey, Grundy, come with me. I need you to kill some people.
Grundy smash.
God.
Okay. Grundy lied to.
Grundy and Clayface need to have their own book, like just a little 6-shot.
And who do you think is shorter, Mad Hatter or Penguin?
Penguin's supposed to be, right?
Well, it depends on the version.
In this,
yeah, that's true.
Yeah, in this they both look pretty short.
So, were you
I
disappointed?
was like, Mad Hatter was really short.
Mm-hmm. What was that, Lil?
Were any of you disappointed with the ending?
Like I said, I was disappointed that like Batman didn't seem to figure out that it was Gilda, but
I liked it. I definitely liked it. I was just like, yes, a woman, and she got away with it too.
Anything you want to tell us, Lil?
You know, I have my flare-ups with super villainy every now and then. I thought this was a great way to end it. Bittersweet kind of thing. And they, like I said, they really went all out. The artwork, they really stepped up their game. Everything from the inking to the coloring was just like, pow. And then the cover was just like such a deep kind of metaphor. Like, you know, it's been a long Halloween, and then, you know, the pumpkin split down the middle in the kind of Two-Face fashion. And then we got the maggots on the other side and stuff. I thought it did a top-notch job with it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, like you said, the whole thing's bittersweet. It's like you knew you weren't going to get a happy ending, because you knew what was going to happen to Harvey Dent, at least with this whole Two-Face thing. And, you know, Batman's not going to ride off into the sunset with a girl or anything, so.
Or Catwoman.
No.
What side are you on? Sam's side, I've always been on my own. Now get out of my face. Kick rocks. Another great little scene.
Too selfish for a relationship. But I love when Two-Face is letting everybody out of Arkham, and he gets the Calendar Man, flips the coin, and it's like, nope, sorry.
Poor Calendar Man. He's got the raw end of the deal in this whole story.
He's basically just in Arkham by himself. Okay, bye. Okay, guys, bye.
He's singing a little
He's just
Joni
counting
Mitchell.
the days. Watching the
Oh, that was a Kelly-worthy pun there, Tyler.
Hey. So what else? Is there anything else in here?
I'm just sad that Gordon didn't dress up to go trick-or-treating. He should have dressed up as Batman.
Should have dressed up as Robin.
Yeah, there's not a Robin yet. His Dark Victory hasn't happened.
Needs a Robin.
That would have been funny. Just be like, oh, Jim, you're not going to dress up? Like, no, I don't like oh, wait, he dressed his son up like a clown.
Oh, God, no.
Good job dressing James Jr. up as a clown. Nothing bad's going to happen to him.
Yeah, you're not going to turn him into a serial killer or anything. Oh.
It's funny because we have that whole clown situation right now.
Yeah.
Clowns creeping around.
And Batman fighting clowns.
Oh, yeah, I saw that. Yeah, what was that, another country? Yeah. They sent in a guy dressed like Batman.
Yep.
Well, it's time for Batman. If there really is a Batman out there, it's time for you to step up. We got a super villain running for president and clowns roaming the streets. Come on, somebody get on this. One of you billionaires, time to get on it.
don't know. Every billionaire I've seen looks pretty old. Well, except for Zuckerberg, but.
Oh, we're doomed. Yeah. It's
okay. we need justice.
So, any final thoughts?
So where's this fall for you guys? Oh, sorry.
No, sorry. What, grade-wise? Or
out of the 13, what would you... No, like, out of the 13, is this, like, in your top 3 favorite or top 5 favorite, or...
Oh, yeah, it's definitely in the top 3.
Oh, I agree. I mean...
Me too. It's number 2 for me.
The hardest is either... You have to have a strong bit start and a strong finish, and sometimes one of those can be lessening. And I feel with this one, you read it a couple times and you're like, wow, there's just so much to this. There's so much in this last issue. It doesn't disappoint.
Mm-hmm. So if this is number 2 for you, Lilith, what's your favorite issue?
It's the first one. I love how they set it up. Like I said, I love that they just pull you in with that, that film noir, but yet that like kind of Godfather feel. Mm-hmm. And it was just a great opening, I thought, and it was a lot of intrigue. And it's just like, okay, don't know how this is going to end, but I like how it's starting. And I've been a big fan of like the Gotham crime boss stuff. I think it keeps Batman relatable. But also, it kind of harkens back to his beginnings, So, so that always just makes me happy. And he was being a detective, like he was actually being a detective, and we've been really missing that in the later years of Batman. So this is always kind of a nice little treat.
Not a trick.
Well,
I don't know. Was it
you
a
get
trick?
a 2 for 1.
Oh, 2. Only thing that's missing is Two-Face wearing a tutu.
Okay.
Quick, somebody make some fan art and send it to us.
No, but
why couldn't it have ended with Gilda being pregnant? Like, that would have been crazy. Like, with twins. She was pregnant with twins, a boy and a girl. They were born February 22nd.
Oh. No, February 29th.
But then that gets into 4, like every 4 years.
Exactly. There's no 2-year thingy.
They were born 2 hours apart.
Wow, that was a hell of a twin labor.
Yeah.
I was going to say 2 minutes, but 2 hours. Okay, Phil.
Oh, 2 minutes.
I put her through some pain. They were born February 22nd at 2:22 p.m. and 2:24 p.m.
That's too
So what
much.
would you guys grade this one?
Oh, it's an A.
Me too.
Oh, yeah. It's an A+.
But, no, I just wanted to say, if anyone wants to recommend any more books for our Gotham Book Club, let us know. We'll review any Batman story for you.
We gotta find the perfect Jason Todd story that we all can agree on. I think, in celebration of the new Red Hood and Outlaws book, I think that needs to be revisited sometime.
I don't know what, like Death in the Family.
No, I cannot read that story one more time. I can't.
Well, I mean, what would be a good one to do next? I mean, do we want to stay with Jeff Loeb and then analyze his writing style and the way he does narrative and mystery, or do we want to do what's another really good collected story that's kind of like an Elseworld tale or something?
Well, didn't we talk about Dark Knight Returns?
Oh yeah. And we can talk about how it was great in the beginning, and then they beat a dead horse, and then it came back to glory. So, and then they tried to milk the cow till it was dust. So, yeah, that's a great thing to talk about.
So basically, let's people send us in, and then we'll discuss it, and we'll pick one and start it next month.
Or send in a couple. I mean, it'll keep us going. Do you want our thoughts on Hush?
That's kind of what I was.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of what I was thinking about with continuing the Jeff Loeb, like because you could look at how he wrote Long Halloween, then wrote Hush, and if the comparisons to just that mystery. I mean, it also deals with Harvey Dent. It deals with the unraveling of Harvey Dent.
Yeah, a lot of Catwoman too.
I'm sensing a theme. This is what Tyler's trying to say.
Well, like Charlie says, all these writers always obsess about something. I guess Jeff Loeb, it's Catwoman and Two-Face.
It's better than
So, I mean,
Jasmine.
maybe.
So be thankful.
So maybe Hush should be the one we follow up with, just as a comparison. Or do we do Dark Victory? That's what I'm saying. Let's. I'm up for any of them. Dark Knight Returns, whatever. It was good fun, just going, chapter by chapter.
Dark Knight Returns. We should have been doing that kind of on the side. So we're in preparation for Batman versus Superman, but I'm always down for Dark Knight Returns. So I got some interesting things.
But yeah,
But Hush is great because I don't think enough people talk about Hush, honestly.
yeah. So I think those are all on the list. And if
Awesome.
I was going to say, if we do a Jeff Loeb theme, we can always do some issues of that Superman Batman series.
Oh yeah,
because no one here likes
the
Superman.
beginning. Or we could do the quick Superman for all seasons if we wanted to, just for fun. It's 4 seasons.
Yeah, we could do that on Krypton Report.
Yeah. Sticking with the Jeff Loeb theme, and I don't know, we'll figure out one. There's a lot of good stuff.
Yeah, this like I said, we'll build a list and send your thoughts. What should we review? What are you interested in? beforethebad@gmail.com. We're on Facebook, Before the Bad Gotham Podcast. Twitter is @BeforeTheBadPod. And if you want to contact our host directly, Lilith, where can people talk to you?
You can talk to me about anything DC or Archie Comics related at Lilith Hellfire on Twitter, and then it's lilithhellfire.tumblr.com.
And Tyler Patrick.
And you can find me at JTY Patrick in pretty much anything. Facebook, Twitter, Gmail. And you can also hear me and Nia discuss Krypton Report, all things Kryptonian also.
Yes, and you can talk to me, anything DC or Marvel, NightwingPDP@gmail.com. On Twitter, I am at NightwingPDP. And you can hear all three of us along with 3 others on the new Legends of DC podcast, where we discuss everything Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends of Tomorrow. I can't wait to hear that Legends of Tomorrow.
I know, me too. I'm pretty excited to
it's gonna be
hear that.
It's gonna be a free for all. All right, is that it then?
Yep.
I believe so.
All right, everyone. It's been a long journey, but we're back.
Been a long, happy Halloween.
It's been a while. Yeah. So, go out, get some more treats yet again, and like I said, fill up our email bag with your treats of emails. Tell us, what do we review next? We need another, even if it's a smaller journey. We need a journey. Show us the way, listeners. But until then, I don't know.
Happy Halloween.
Yes. Happy Halloween.
And if you're trick-or-treating as any character from the DC universe, tweet us a picture. Tag us. I know Solomon's going as Batman. I tried, but Batman's what he wants. So that's what he's going as.
Batman.
And what's Luca going as, Phil?
Oh, him and I have matching costumes. We're both the Flash.
Ooh. Which Flash though?
It's the comic book, like the classic comic book Flash.
I was gonna say you can be Kid Flash and he can be regular Flash.
it's like the same exact costume except for it's just a different size.
Oh.
So it's Barry Allen and Wally West.
That's right.
Grown up, or Bart and Barry. I figure I'm probably going to end up going as Robin. So it is what it is.
Lilith, what's your Halloween costume?
Same as it is every year, Wonder Woman.
Nothing wrong with that.
Just love the delivery, same as every year.
Hey, I either go as Superman, Darth Vader, and the occasional Batman. Just rotate.
But when you find a costume that fits really well, you just kind of, as long as you don't put on too much weight, you can just like get away with it. You just can't go to the same party. That's all.
Mm-hmm. But
Florida hasn't seen me in Wonder Woman yet, so I'm going to use that to my advantage.
Nice. You're not going to dress as Speedy?
Oh, I totally should.
Yes.
But I should have started on that. Like, I actually ordered one of the costumes from one of those Chinese websites. It's just going to take forever to get here. It's not going to be here in time, I don't think.
All right, hold on. Listeners, if you want to, for long Halloween Fallout, send us your Halloween pictures or whatever. They're DC Comics related. But until then, like I said, get a hold of us and happy Halloween. Good night, everyone.